If there's one party food you make this year, whether it's for football games, family gatherings, holidays, let it be these sausage balls. So it starts off with an 8-ounce block of sharp cheddar cheese, and we're just gonna grate this cheese ourselves. I highly recommend getting the block of cheese versus the pre-shredded cheese, just because it definitely tastes better with these sausage balls. You're gonna wanna grate about 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. Then I'm going to take my measuring cups and I'm just going to measure that just to make sure I have roughly 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. You don't want to use too much. I find when you use too much cheese, the sausage balls just don't stay together well. So moving on to our next ingredient, which is baking mix. I'm using Bisquick, which is the most common one that people use for sausage balls. That's what my mom always used, so that's what I'm using. I'm measuring it the old school way of just spooning it in my measuring cup and then leveling it off. You want to make sure you don't use too much baking mix. That second cup, I cut it a little short because I had so much left on my paper towel. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use the rest of this on my paper towel. But I got 2 cups of baking mix, adding that sharp cheddar cheese to the bowl as well. And then the third ingredient is your sausage. I will say that all sausage is not created equal. I'll go into more details later, but you're going to want a full pound of that breakfast sausage. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and get my baking sheet together. You guys, have you been using these pre-cut parchment papers? If so, how come no one ever told me how amazing they are? I just started using them last year and I'm in love. I can't believe I was still using the roll. But anyway, go ahead and get your baking sheet together, and then it's time to mix these sausage balls. So this is a quick tip. I like to actually press the baking mix into the sausage mixture first before I really start like kneading it together. So if you can tell by the way I'm kind of mixing that baking mix, make sure it's fully incorporated into the sausage. That's what I'm doing. Then I actually kind of start kneading it almost like bread, just to make sure it's fully incorporated. And before you know it, if it looks like you have too much baking mix, trust me, you don't, because before you know it, it'll be fully incorporated. Then we're just going to start making the sausage balls. So you're just going to pinch off a small amount and make sure you don't make the sausage balls too big because they will expand in the oven. They want to be about this size. Again, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I pinch off a little bit. I squeeze it just a little bit with my hand just to make sure it's staying together. Then I roll it into the ball and just place it on my parchment lined baking sheet. And so I'm just going to keep going. But back to the sausage. I've used different types of sausage or different brands, and all of them aren't the same. Some of them don't taste the same. Some of them don't come out the same color. So this video is not sponsored, but I like the Jimmy Dean sausage for my sausage balls. You can use either the regular or the hot. I chose to use the regular for this video, but you should get between 25 to 30 sausage balls, and then we're just gonna bake them in a preheated oven for 25 to 27 minutes. Once they're done, they will come out looking like this. They're actually perfect. They'll be golden on the top and a little golden on the bottom, and you'll see all the little cheese bits that poking out on the sides. They're really good. My mom made these all the time growing up, so they're a childhood favorite. I had to put them on my channel, but they're really perfect for football games or holiday parties. So I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.